What's up, Casselberry? We are back. November 2023 is when we're recording. I'm with Andy Searles.
Drew, it is wonderful to be with you. I hope you can hear me. I was listening to our last episode a couple of days ago, convinced that Robin was sabotaging me by turning my volume down. So I hope you can hear me now.
Well, it was only she turned you down just when you didn't say something inspiring or really meaningful.
Yeah,
so
but apparently that was the whole episode. We
That's
love
right.
you, Robin.
Well, we are three individuals that love Casselberry, Florida, and are about all things Casselberry. So welcome to the podcast, or welcome back if you are a previous listener. We hope that you had just a nice October. Is this not the best time to be in Florida? I mean, it's the chance to, I always joke, this is the time of year that girls can wear sweaters and they can pull their boots and all their fall clothes for like the 7 days that they are able to do that between sweating.
So, Drew, talking about that, I had a sweater on yesterday, and my daughter walked out of her bedroom. She just got out of bed. It was, I don't know what time it was.
Like 11 a.m.
I'd been up for a while, and she said, "Daddy, I just love you in sweaters. You're very huggable." And she gave me this hug. And I'm like, I'm going to wear a sweater every day.
And then she's like, "Can I have some money, please?"
That was sweet. That was a very nice compliment.
It was sweet. So, Bethany, I know you never listen to the show, but thank you.
There you go. As of this recording, which is the beginning of November, it was a family week, spending lots of time with family, Halloween, and other kind of family celebrations. Andy, did a lot of families come by your house? Did you guys do anything special?
I'm a little bit of a Halloween grouch.
Okay.
So I was watching TV in my room while my son and some of his teenage friends came over and had like this party at our house. And they probably appreciated me being out of the way. So I don't know how many kids we had came to the house. All I know was that there was lots of candy left over, and I have been enjoying that, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, for the last few meals.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I've joked now that I have young kids and our son is beginning the trick-or-treat and getting candy. I'm enforcing what my dad enforced, which was the dad tax, which, if I'm going to take you around, I'm going to take you around and get candy. Part of the process there is
70%.
Yeah,
70%.
It's a high rate. Especially those Reese's peanut butter cups and Butterfingers.
In this economy.
In this economy.
Robin, did you treat yourself? Did you get some Halloween candy?
Of course.
Or did you trick yourself?
I'm tricking the scale.
Yeah, I wish we could, right?
I mean, if you just don't step on it, can't tell you nothing.
That's fair. Before we do a kind of a recap of what we've been up to a little bit as the three of us and some of the organizations we're a part of, why don't we take a minute and do some dad jokes? How's that sound?
Well, that sounds good to you, because that's your favorite part of the show.
It is, absolutely. Listener, this is our favorite time. We're going to give some puns. Some are good. I shouldn't say some are good. Some are okay.
Yeah, you're talking about yours. Mine are all good.
Most of them are eh.
Robin, you get ready for the laugh track with Drew's, because you'll need it. And mine are so good, I will make you laugh without needing to press a button.
Okay.
That is my challenge to you today.
All right.
I like the confidence. I do not have the same confidence, but I'm going to try my best. Here we go.
I thought we'd been through this, Drew.
All right, here we go. Listener, what do you call... I'm going to talk to the listener who can't respond back to me, positively or negatively. So I'm assume you're laughing hysterically at what I'm about to say.
Yeah, that's probably a fair assumption.
What do you call a factory that just makes okay products?
What?
A satisfactory.
Hey!
That's funny.
That is good.
There we go. Okay, number two.
The satisfactory.
Where does a fruit go on vacation? Where does fruit go on vacation?
Fiji.
Oh, that was the same realm, same idea.
Orange County.
Oh, that would have been a good answer as well. This answer is Paris. Paris. There we go.
Nice.
All right, Andy, your turn.
All right.
Bring the fire.
All right, Robin, you ready?
I'm ready.
To be amused.
She looks like she's in a laughable mood. I can see that on her face. She's ready to be amused.
Okay, just a few little reflections on my week. Sadly, my obese parrot died today. It's really sad news, but it's a huge weight off my shoulders.
Okay, that's
Yes, I made you laugh in one, Robin. There we go.
I was trying not to, too.
I want to see. Hey, this would make our social media interaction go wild. I want you to superimpose, Robin, an obese parrot on Andy's shoulder. That'd be great.
Also, a couple of days ago, I found out that Dwayne Johnson, lives in the apartment above mine.
Oh.
All these years I've been living under a rock. Yes, 2 for 2 on Robin.
That was good.
I think, what are we today? We're recording on a Thursday, so it must have been Monday. On Monday, I was talking to someone about plastic surgery. You know, that used to be such a taboo subject.
Mm-hmm.
Now you mention Botox and nobody raises an eyebrow.
Hey, what? He tickled himself there.
I am. I did. I have. Once upon a time, there was a king who was only 12 inches tall. Did you know this, Robin?
No.
He was a terrible king, but he made a great ruler. Yes, I think I'm like 4 for 4 on making Robin laugh. Is that
You
correct,
are.
Drew?
That is. It's good.
All right.
All right.
I will quit while I'm ahead.
You should.
All right. Next. Do you have any dad jokes for us, Robin?
No, you two are already here.
We are the joke.
We are, indeed. Well, it really was special to be out and about in the community and see so many families interacting with one another, being neighborly. The one positive takeaway I asked Andy and Robin, and we kind of looked around and there was no reports of any, real major antics or anybody getting injured or anything like that during Halloween. But the week before Halloween, the 3 of us were involved in a little project, a little event that involved the city called Funtoberfest.
Yes.
And you two in particular were amongst those that organized and planned that great event. Maybe start with Robin. Robin, give us a breakdown. How did you feel? What was a highlight of Funtoberfest? Any stories or interesting things that occurred?
Besides your child growling at me?
Yes, let's talk about that. So since we turn off air, Drew's son is in a dinosaur phase where he growls at
Which we
everybody.
support.
It
You could be anything you want to be.
was very positive. I'm sure it was like he's saying like, "Hi, Robin, nice to meet you."
Now that
but
I
just
know
in dinosaur
that,
form.
yeah, now that I know that, it all makes sense. And he was a turtle. He was a Ninja Turtle.
He was.
so.
He was a Ninja Turtle.
Which is kind of a baby dinosaur.
That's right.
Maybe.
It's in the family.
It's in the family.
Reptilians.
But there were
Amphibians.
there were a ton of costumes, ton of kids at Lake Concord Park.
So I
Tell
would
us
like
about
to
it.
give a special shout out to Caleb, Jacob, Pastor Jesse's son from Metro Life,
Yeah.
who at one point we had a line for this trunk or treat. He, with Secret Service level security, organized that line, kept it moving, and a shout out to Pastor Jesse, Chris Jesse, because he also was the ticket taker. So everyone had to go through him, and he did it so great, and he was excellent at this task. So if he ever retires from pastoring, he should be a bouncer.
Okay.
Well, I can actually give a little bit of background on that because Chris's son actually used to work at Chick-fil-A. So he will be very familiar with organizing lines.
I
in
say
very
those
polite
teenagers
ways.
should run the country because they get people in and out, and everyone's happy. So
That's right. You're welcome.
Love it.
No, what did they say?
my pleasure.
My pleasure. My pleasure. When we go through Chick-fil-A, we play this little My Pleasure game, like how many My Pleasures can we get in one little drive-around to drive-through.
Okay.
The record is 9.
No?
Andy, any insights from you? You were on the microphone a lot. You were schmoozing, meeting and greeting people.
Yeah, it was really a fantastic event, and that's a credit to our community. We had about 3,000 folks come out, we think.
Wow.
I think it was more.
You think it was more?
At one point, we our perimeter of trunk or treat was breached innocently, and so a lot of people did not get accounted for.
I love all the Secret Service language you're using, treat, bodyguards,
It was
and
hardcore.
breached, and
I'm
security
telling you.
breach. But our community came out, and I think we had fun. It was really engaging. I was emceeing the costume contest, and I think I may have to hang up and not take that role anymore. It really is a young man's job who has kids and gets to watch like what the kids are watching now and where the costumes are coming from, because some people would walk up and everyone's like, "Oh, that's super cute," and I'm like, who are you?
Drew, you need to take up the mantle.
I hear that hint dropped.
Yeah.
But no, I agree. If you don't have young kids, you hear references to things and videos, and you're like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah. And then the other reason it's a young man's job is because I'm tall. I'm 6'2", and I wanted sometimes for the kids to talk on the microphone, so I just kept bending down, and the next couple of days my hamstrings were so tight. But great event. Big thank you to the churches who hosted that, to the city who fueled that. And man, it was really good to be back in that space again.
It was. And it's always fun when we get together because we do more together, as you like to say. And really, to be able to serve 3,000 people, to make family memories. I just saw a ton of people taking pictures. I joked, literally at one point, I was looking around the room or around the trunk or treat space, and like every direction I looked, I saw somebody I knew, either from my church or from the community. And it was just really special to really feel like a part of something.
A lot of your Casselberry Elementary buddies.
A lot of those folks there, kids there, teachers, etc. So,
when you were looking and taking pictures, did you see any of the aforementioned security breaches? Because maybe we need to send them to whoever
he
it is.
actually was one of them.
Oh, okay.
I'm not just saying. He actually, I met him in the breach.
Whoops.
Wow.
He didn't know.
That was unintentional.
Wow. Anybody who got in the wrong way did not realize it.
My podcast host, a rule breaker.
Yeah.
Man, I gotta consider whether this is good for my image.
Andy, the things you say alone are not good for your image.
They say you are the sum of your 5 closest folks to you right now.
Two of them
with you guys in the room, I'm just...
It's gone down.
It's crazy.
Are you looking to be part of something bigger? A community that fosters growth, prosperity, and support? Look no further than the Casselberry Chamber of Commerce. Since 2003, we have been dedicated to promoting the prosperity of the greater Casselberry community. But we don't stop there. We are proud supporters of local entrepreneurs, offering scholarships to high school graduates, making donations to food pantries, art programs, local schools, and more. We are not just another division of a larger organization or run by big businesses. In fact, 85% of our membership is comprised of small businesses with 35 employees or fewer. As a member, you'll have access to numerous networking functions and opportunities for personal and professional development. From monthly business luncheon with inspiring speakers to women networking luncheons, ribbon cuttings, and business after hours, we have something for everyone. And check out our annual events, including golf and kickball tournaments and food and wine festival. There's always something exciting happening at the Casselberry Chamber. Join us today and become part of the Casselberry Chamber family. Together, let's make the greater Casselberry community an even better place to live, work, and play. We are here to create value for our members and help your business thrive. Visit CasselberryChamber.com for more information.
Ladies and gentlemen, listeners of the What's Up Casselberry podcast, welcome back to our show, the favorite part of the show, where we have a very, very special guest that we want to introduce you to, that we want to shine the spotlight on for a few minutes because of the great work that they are doing in our community. Our guest today is not only servicing Casselberry, but much of Seminole County as well. His name is Andre Klass. He is the founder, the director, the everything for Christian Tech Center in Longwood, which is a new organization that was started about 18 months ago and is making a huge difference in the lives of folks who don't have technology and providing them with it. Andre, welcome.
Thank you. I'm very, very excited to be here to be able to share about all the amazing things that our organization's been doing over these past many months. It's just the greatest joy in the world to be able to use the giftings and talents that I've been blessed with as a means to serve those in need across our community.
We are excited that you're excited, but as we warn all our guests, it's quite likely that Drew and I will disappoint. So just kind of temper your
Keep your expectation.
We normally start with a couple of lighter questions that have nothing to do with the topic. And the first one is, knowing that you've lived in Seminole County for a few years, what is your favorite place to eat in Seminole County?
There are so many great restaurants here. I always choose to support local, more organically driven businesses. Some of my favorites, of course, include Hollerback's German Restaurant, Bay Ridge Sushi, just to name a couple. There's so many great places to eat here. I can't think of them all.
A little cheat. If you go to Andre's social media profile, every other picture is taken at Bay Ridge Sushi, I think.
Oh, I do love Bay Ridge Sushi
Well,
as well.
the great thing about it is that Bay Ridge is really Longwood's hotspot, if you will, and it's right at the other side of the plaza where my office is located at 434 and Rangeline. There's some other great local businesses too, like Jack the Dipper Ice Cream. In fact, on November 11th, we're having a fundraiser day with them on Veterans Day where 10% of all sales is being donated to our organization. So I especially love doing business with other businesses that do their part to help support our mission. Also, Pixie's Magical Bakery and Patisserie, they have really good desserts, and they supported us at our gala last year.
So we'll get to this in a little bit, but Andre ran for the Seminole County Commission a few years ago, and that answer was a politician answer. I asked him where he liked to eat, and he just gave a shout out to half the restaurants in Seminole County. That was very impressive.
He's like, I'm going to show the great things. Yeah, we have a lot of great options, as you said. And Jack the Dipper Ice Cream, I've not heard of this place, but knowing that it's next to your business, I'm going to have to go check it out for myself. That looks delicious.
It is delicious. Home of the warm waffle cone, and I must say, it is so good. Hershey's ice cream with either cinnamon, chocolate, or vanilla waffle cone. I mean, I've never had good ice cream like that.
Just as you described that.
Well, you mentioned Christian Tech Center. Your organization there, Andre, is right there on 434 in Rangeline. Tell us about the organization. Tell us about what you do.
Well, I'm glad you asked. Well, pretty much I've been working full-time in computers and technology for 15 years roughly, and my experience and the calling that was put upon me led to starting a 501c3 dedicated to using these talents to help people in need. Because over my experience with running for public office, one of the things I came to realize and understand is how much technology plays a tremendous factor in terms of quality of life. For those without it, it's become a major barrier to academic achievement, employment opportunities, social integration, and even more. And so those with have, of course, a substantial leg up versus those without. And, of course, when you don't have a computer to be able to get to that next step, it's become a major barrier to self-sufficiency, to balance, independence, autonomy. And so I left my job, put all my savings into launching this organization the spring of last year, and since then we've offered a large number of free computer repairs. We do tech training workshops all up and down Central Florida that anybody can come and learn the basics of how to use their computer for free. And we've also given away nearly 700 free computers, computer systems that are surplused or donated to us that we then professionally recondition, bring them up to modern operating standards to be given away to individuals and families of greatest crisis need, as well as other smaller nonprofit organizations around Central Florida that don't have the resources or the funding to afford technology to operate their essential programs.
Yeah, so it's not just about fixing the computer, right? It's about really opening the door of opportunity for people for whom that door without technology is closed.
That's right, and pretty much especially since the COVID-19 pandemic, that really solidified the place of the personal computer as a household essential utility. It's just as important these days as your toaster or microwave.
That's very true. I hadn't thought of that. It's actually become it's moved from being a luxury to a necessity.
Essential.
Yeah, that's good. So Andre, before you made this transition, you were working at another organization with computers. But before that, you ran for Seminole County Commission. And it's interesting looking back that God had better plans for you, because if you'd have won that race, maybe this doesn't happen. But as you were running, you must have learned a lot about our Seminole County area. What were some of the things that experience taught you about our county?
Well, really, this experience taught me everything and completely rebuilt me as a man, from learning about how our government functions from all the different departments and avenues, to some of the concerns citizens had about how taxpayer dollars are being spent and how they affect quality of life, to just being invited to Lake Murray Church and then finding my relationship with Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. It transformed my life in every possible way. So as I was continuing my political track, I was also being discipled and getting established with the 4 E's of discipleship and becoming an empowered leader in the church. And looking back at it, the race was a hard-fought race. I still got over 10,000 votes, but the most important thing for me out of it was finding my relationship with God. Whereas I had a lot of brokenness, that I experienced a lot of abandonment, a lot of hurt that I've gone through in my life, which I came to understand that only the love of Jesus could fill that in my heart. And so I came to understand that this race was less about Seminole County as it was for building relationships, building trust, building that rapport, and God building these means of connection and relationship to put me in this prime position to succeed with my ultimate calling and the ultimate mission, which is serve the community using the giftings of technology, which I've had since I was in high school. I had my A+ certification to work on computers, and when the time was right, I had the opportunity to sign the lease for a retail suite where our office is currently located in Longwood, aka Strongwood.
And do they pay you to say that? Do you have to do like the little hashtag sign before Strongwood?
No, but the mayor is on our board of directors, so that's kind of important. And so we've signed the lease. I quit my job, put all my savings into it. It was definitely a mighty leap of faith for sure. But now today we've had a well-run operation that last year we gave away around 200 free computers. This year we've already given away over 500 free computers. Just think about it this way. The average retail price of a computer is around $500, and the ones you're seeing in front of right now, a Surface, a MacBook, those cost even more. So you think about how much a computer costs, and then all the equipment we've given away, that's over $250,000, a measurable economic impact over this first year that we've been serving the community. And so many people have come back to us with testimonies. I was able to get my GED. I'm now enrolled in college. I was able to get a job, and I'm working full-time and feeding my family. My fifth grader, which was being failed by my teacher because he couldn't do his homework online, was now able to complete his assignments and go up into middle school.
That is incredible.
All the ways that lives are being transformed through the provision of these technological resources, it goes beyond belief that really one tool, one piece of equipment can make such a huge difference for somebody's life and for somebody's future.
Andre, what you just shared in the last couple minutes really, in many ways, sums up what our podcast is about, which is highlighting and celebrating those that are doing the work of serving the community and thinking about the community as a whole, and that we all play a part. And I love that you have just focused on your passions, which is your faith, obviously, and it's your love of technology, and it's your love of this community in Seminole County. And those three things melding together, and something beautiful has been created out of that. That's fantastic. Maybe talking a little bit more in the nuts and bolts of how Christian Tech Center operates. Fascinated. You've given away 700 computers. Did you steal 700? How did you get this? How'd you get the computers? I'm just kidding.
No, all the equipment that we get has all been donated to us from various individuals, businesses, enterprises, and other organizations. And what happens is that many of these computers, of course, aren't necessarily in the best condition, but some of them are really, really nice machines. What we do is that we go through, we securely wipe every computer so that any former data that might still be on it is properly eradicated.
Little rag that kind of dust the top off.
Well, we still have to clean it physically as well, but we have to do a secure erasure.
There's a hardware and a software clean, huh?
That's probably all I could contribute to would be physically wiping down the computer. That's all I know about it.
Hey, we're always happy to take whatever volunteer help we can get.
There you go. Drew could be your screen cleaner.
The dish boy. The rag boy.
Yeah, well, there's numerous different parts. So physical cleaning is one of it, but we secure wipe everything. We make sure that the computer has a good hard drive in it. We make sure that it has sufficient RAM, and then we load it with a modern standard operating system such as Windows 10 or Windows 11, whatever the computer can support. And that way this computer would meet an acceptable use condition, so that way whichever family, whichever individual we give this to is able to use it just as if they had gotten a brand new computer out of the box, that it has a clean load of Windows or Mac OS, there's no password on it, and it's essentially, even though it's a little bit older, it's new to them, and that just unlocks all that potential, unlocks all that opportunity, and it's just a great joy to be able to be a part of all this. Then subsequently, once the computer's all tested and prepped, and sometimes we have to get new hard drives from, or new batteries, or new keyboards, we always do it in the most cost-effective manner possible. So that way that equipment can then be given away to qualifying individuals of need. We have people that approach us directly that tell us about their case-by-case situation. We also work with a large number of nonprofits across Central Florida, some of which you guys are very well familiar with, such
Sharing
as
Center, Christian Help,
yes,
Rescue Mission.
Yep, Pathways to Care, and Habitat, and so many more. And it's a big team effort of different organizations coming together. And when we provide computers for clients of other organizations, that's able to help them reduce that dependence on the resources that organization offers, so that way they can achieve self-sufficiency, and then those resources are available for others in a deeper crisis situation, for example.
It's just amazing. So all kinds of organizations and individuals starting to give their computers. Andre works his magic, and then they give them a way to provide opportunity for folks. Andre, I was in your shop the other day. I think I was taking you out to Beirut Shusi. Yes. And you'd been working on some guy's computer, and you'd finished it. He came in to collect it. And I'm kind of paraphrasing, but this is kind of how it went. He was like, "How much do I owe you?" And your response was like, "How much of a donation would you like to make?"
Because there's no owing. In a sense, what we do, we just work entirely on donations. The entire mission relies on donations and sponsorships from the community to support our operations. So we also offer our repair services to the community, where we don't have a fee schedule. That if you have a computer that you need help with, you can bring it to us, we'll fix it, and then you can donate to help support our mission. And so it's not like a traditional computer retail or even a traditional computer repair shop at all in that sense. And surprisingly, what you'll find is that most big box computer places, they don't actually have their own in-house service departments. So one, I have my wealth of experience that I'm able to help with individuals and families' computers that many times, instead of having to wait for days on end, a lot of times I'm able to fix these issues on the spot. And in fact, right before I came to the studio, I was working on 3 different laptops for different clients, and also doing a virtual meeting with the Kaiser University Advisory Board, because I'm on that board, and getting everything all done right in time to then rush over to the studio and make it for today's show.
I know often if I have a problem with my Mac, I'll take it to the store and say, "Oh yeah, mister, we should be able to fix this, but it's going to take you 3 weeks." I'm like, 3 weeks? I can't live without my computer for 3 weeks. Right. To be able to turn around that kind of service. But I love your pricing model. I was kind of expecting you to say, "Well, that'll be $79.99. But you didn't. You said, "Hey, we're a ministry. We want to bless you. If you want to bless us back, we'd welcome that." And that was incredible. Andre, we are running out of time, so 2 questions left. First one, love what you're doing over 18 months. It has been a phenomenal story. You are the man. You've got a gift. You're using it to honor God and to help people. That's incredible. What are your hopes for the future of CTC?
Well, the biggest hope is that the Lord continue using us to help more and more people in the community, establish more partnerships, continue to improve the efficiency of our production, and to be able to have a continued supply of equipment that we can recondition for the community. Long term, of course, we're hopeful and believing by faith that we're going to be given a small little cargo van that we can use to better help people at their homes or with equipment transport, especially important when it comes to people that lack mobility, transportation, or otherwise suffering from infirmities that can't get out of their residences. Another thing that some point down the road we want to have a second location, but right now our immediate priority is trying to stabilize our current operations. It costs about $5,000 a month to run the center, and that's with me paying myself a minimal retail salary, paying the rent, keeping the lights on, and of course ordering the parts that we need for the computers. So we're actively seeking donors, businesses that might potentially be willing to help sponsor us, or people that could even do small amounts monthly, because it all helps support the cause. And as a 501c3, it is all tax deductible. So priority number one is stabilization. To get to a point where from reliable monthly or annual donors that we don't have to worry about getting to that monthly goal with money, so that way we can just focus more on growth and expansion and continuing to add to and build upon our programmatic approach. But getting a van, getting a second location possibly, the vision that was put on me is that at some point, I want to be able to see Christian tech centers or like organizations that are serving beyond just Central Florida. And of course, I know we're the first that does the type of thing that we do here in Central Florida. But I'd like to be able to see this concept replicated all over the state, if not all over the country, because the face of need has considerably grown over these past many years. In the census data, about 13% of our state's population is considered in poverty, but about half of that is considered working poor, employed, underemployed, asset limited, where the face of need has really grown. And it's very probable that even listeners of the show might potentially be in a situation of need, for example.
Yeah, let me just put exclamation point on that, because I don't want that to get lost. Listeners, you have heard an incredible story from an incredible man, and you can be part of this story. Maybe you've got an old computer sitting around the home that you don't need anymore. Give it to Andre and Christian Tech Center. They can fix it and put it to use to someone who needs it. Maybe you are in need or know someone in need of a computer. We're looking to connect the dots, right, between those who have and those who have not. If you know anyone who has need, then reach out to Andre. Also, you heard his request for finances. This is a step of faith, and great things have been done, and great things are still ahead. So listeners, somewhere in this story, there's a role that you can play. Andre, as we wrap up, perhaps you could just share the website, how people can connect with you, and if they're in a place where they want to help, or get help, or give help, let them know how they do that.
Absolutely. So, of course, our website is christiantechcenter.com, and that's where you can go on to learn more about the programs that we offer and how you can potentially help support our mission. We are located at 1006 West State Road 434 in Longwood, and our normal operating hours are Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., closed Sundays and Wednesdays. Wednesdays are usually the days I'm doing our computer classes in the community. And you can also give us a call at 407-545-8090. And again, that website is christiantechcenter.com.
Wow, Andre, thank you so much. It has really, truly been our pleasure to get just a small snapshot of who you are as a man. Very thankful for your ministry, your heart, and your commitment to serve those in Seminole County. And God bless you. Thank you in your endeavor.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Well, listener, I don't know about you, but Andy, Robin, and I were just super impressed and super blessed by our time with Andre. Thank you, Andre, and Christian Tech Center. We wish you nothing but the best. Andy, you've got big shoes to fill now as we wrap up another episode. I feel very inspired, so we need to hear you lead us with some inspiration.
Our quote today is from Oscar Wilde, who said, "Be yourself, everybody else is taken." Be yourself, everybody else is taken. It's so easy to want to be someone else, to try and copy what they're doing or emulate what they're doing. But in doing so, we often neglect what's going on with us, and we forget the important fact that all of us are fearfully and wonderfully and uniquely made. As I was listening to Andre just a few minutes ago, I am so grateful that he didn't try to be someone else, that he is himself. And as he is who he is able to do some incredible things. So Oscar Wilde, thank you for that wisdom that says, be yourself, because everybody else is taken.
Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Drew. And thank you, listener, for listening to this episode of the What's Up Casselberry podcast. You can follow us on social media and visit our website, whatsupcasselberry.com. Until next time, have a great week.